Hello and welcome student. Today we will start the next lecture of this our lecture series electrostatic, and today we are going to discuss the next topic, that is the Gauss theorem. This is again very simple and easy topic, and the content, this is the most probably the second or third chapter of this ISC board, and the topics which we are going to deal in this chapter are only the electric flux, Gauss theorem and its application. And there are basically three applications of the Gauss theorem, from which the question will definitely be asked in our board examination. And this time the most important chapter from electrostatic is only the Gauss theorem, and one according to me the one application will definitely will be asked in our board examination 2021. Okay, so what are the topics which we are going to cover here is in this accordingly. So first topic is, what do you mean by electric flux? What do you mean by electric flux? The electric flux is nothing, the number of electric line of force passing through unit area placed in a electric line, number of electric line of force passing through unit area placed in a electric line of force. Electric line of force means अगर कोई इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड या इलेक्ट्रिक लाइन ऑफ फोर्स क्लियर हम यहाँ पर लिख सकते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. So the number of electric line of force passing through unit area placed in electric field is the measure of electric flux. Suppose we have taken this book, and electric line of force are coming from this direction to this direction. So suppose this is the book. Suppose 1000 or 100 of suppose 100 lines are passing through this direction from here to here. So suppose when we place a book in between these 100 lines, suppose 50 lines will strike this book. So measure of the electric flux will be 50. Out of 100, 50 lines will strike by the book. Therefore, the measure of electric flux will be 50. और बहुत अच्छे एग्जाम्पल है, मजाक में बोल सकते हैं, जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा है, इस बाहुबली मूवी देख रहे हैं तो कितने एरोस मारे गए किसी योद्धा पे, और मान लो 100 ऑफ एरोस चलाए गए और 30 एरोस अगर पड़े हैं किसी योद्धा पे किसी इंसान में, तो measure of electric flux for that person will be 30. So here also the number of electric line of force passing through unit area held in that surface or held in an electric field will give you the value of electric flux. It is denoted by a phi. It is denoted by phi. So what is the formula for the electric flux? EA cos theta. What is the formula for the electric flux? EA cos theta. अगर आपको क्लास 10th का याद है तो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स होता था BA cos theta, अगर AC जनरेटर याद हो क्लास 10 में. So what is the formula for the electric flux? Phi is equal to EA cos theta, where theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. What do you mean by this area vector? Normal to the plane. Suppose direction of the electric field is from this direction to this, and this is the our object placed in between the electric field. So plane perpendicular to area vector will be in this direction, and the electric line of field is from here to here in this direction. So angle between electric field and plane perpendicular to this surface will be 90 degree. So measure of electric flux will be 0. Why? EA cos theta. Here theta will be 90 degree. And suppose if we place this surface in this manner, so number of electric line of force passing in the direction from here to in this direction, and the area vector is again in the same direction. So angle between theta is the angle between electric field and area vector is 0 degree. You can see very easily that the area vector will be in this direction, and the number of electric line of force is again from here to here. So angle between electric field and area vector is 0 degree. So flux will be maximum. So if the theta will be 90 degree, so flux will be minimum, or if theta equal to 0 degree, flux will be maximum, because maximum number of electric line of force will strike the surface. So I think all of you are aware of the what do you mean by the electric flux. Electric flux is the number of electric line of force passing through a unit area held in that surface or held in electric field. Phi is equal to EA cos theta. Theta is the angle between electric field and the area vector, or we can say normal to the plane. Now our next topic is, what do you mean by the Gaussian surface? These all are the, we can say these all are the topic which you must, terminologies which you must aware before understanding the Gauss theorem. So what do you mean by Gaussian surface? Gaussian surface is nothing, it is an imaginary surface which encloses the charge. It is an imaginary surface in 3D, in 3 dimension, drawn through which flux or electric field is calculated. Or general purpose of a Gaussian surface is to enclose the charge, because suppose the charge is placed. So for enclosing this charge, we will draw a Gaussian surface which encloses the surface. It is an imaginary surface used for enclosing the charge, or basically it is used for calculating the electric field through which flux of electric field is calculated. It is also used for calculating the electric field also. So suppose we having the point charge plus q charge is placed, the Gaussian surface will be drawn in this manner. Suppose we having the line charge, then the Gaussian surface will be drawn in this manner. And this Gaussian surface will be dotted because it is an imaginary surface. Okay, so now we come to our topic, that is what we mean by Gauss theorem. So Gauss theorem is nothing. Suppose Gauss theorem is nothing, we are simply here by using the Gauss theorem we will find out the flux through any charge. So electric flux through any closed surface, it is very important. The closed must be mentioned in your definition. Electric flux through any closed surface equal to 1 upon epsilon time. All of you are aware of epsilon naught, which we have already studied. Epsilon equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. So electric flux through any closed surface. What do you mean by electric flux? Electric flux is the measure of number of electric line of force passing through an area held in that surface. So electric flux through any closed surface is equal to 1 upon epsilon time the net charge. Again, it is again very important. Net charge Q enclosed by that surface. Phi is equal to 1 upon epsilon into Q. In place of Q, it is more convenient that we will write net charge, net Q. तो देखिए कितना सिंपल हो गया है. Instead of finding the number of electric line of force passing through surface, if we are aware of the charge which is enclosed by this surface, we can simply divide the epsilon naught by the charge. We can simply find out the value of measure of electric flux. तो इन्होंने कह दिया, इसको प्रूव भी किया है. In 2019 एमसीक्यू में एक क्वेश्चन आया था जिसमें था कि ये सरफेस, ये चार्ज है, ये कोई क्लोज सरफेस के अंदर एक चार्ज प्लस क्यू रखा है एंड द नेम गिवन टू दिस सरफेस इज एक्स एंड वाई है. वाई आउटर सरफेस के लिए उसके अंदर चार्ज कितना है 2q. तो हम लोगों को फ्लक्स थ्रू अगर x निकालना है तो नेट चार्ज कितना है q. तो कितना रहेगा q upon epsilon. एंड फॉर फाइंडिंग द फ्लक्स थ्रू y, तो नेट चार्ज विल बी 2q plus q, that is equal to 3q upon epsilon naught. Most of the students has committed the mistake and they done it wrong, so I am just suggesting you to understand what we mean by enclosed net charge. You must aware of all these things. And suppose if in place of plus q we substituted by minus q, then the net charge through y will be 2q minus q upon epsilon naught, that is equal to q upon epsilon naught. In our book, in the IEC in book Newton, which we have prescribed from which you have all must have, that suppose this is the plus q charge, this is the minus q charge, then it will become 0 flux, क्योंकि plus q minus q upon epsilon naught, that is equal to 0, because electric flux through any closed surface equal to 1 upon epsilon time the net charge q enclosed by that surface. Okay, now we will come to next topic, that is the proof for the Gauss theorem, which can be asked in our examination, because so many years it is not asked in the IEC exam. So this is a probability that in this year it can be asked in your board examination. To prove, so suppose we having the charge plus q and we will draw a Gaussian surface. Suppose this is the area vector, we know very well. A plus q charge is placed over here, so electric field will be moving in all direction. Electric field will be moving in all direction. So area vector, suppose we have taken a plane that is the area vector d in this direction, so electric field will also be there in all direction. So E dot dA, where you will be taking the area vector, 100% the electric field and the area vector must be parallel. So theta will always equal to 0 degree. Theta will always be 0 degree. What do you mean by theta? Theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. So we know very well d phi equal to E dot dA cos theta. Why we have taken d phi? क्योंकि हम लोगों ने एक छोटा सा दिया, इसको इंटीग्रेट करेंगे तो फ्लक्स की वैल्यू आ जाएगी. So on integrating both sides, phi is equal to E dot dA cos theta. And always remember in Gauss theorem, the meaning of dA, integration of dA always equal to curved surface area, curved surface area, and for a spherical the curved surface area equal to 4 pi r square. And if you substitute the value of electric field, so electric field equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. 4 pi and 4 pi will be cancelled, r square and r square will again cancel, so value for the flux will be phi equal to q upon epsilon naught. This is the proof for the Gaussian theorem, Gauss theorem. I hope all of you must aware of this and able to understand this topic. Now our next topic is the application of the Gauss theorem. Our next topic is the application of Gauss theorem.